Welcome to the Bruce Wayne Show. It's midnight, and once again, I'm having a cup of coffee. Aliens. Do they exist? Get the creme there. Do aliens exist? Or, that's not really the question. Are there aliens visiting this world? Let me tell you why I believe that you could believe in these aliens that visit us. Okay, I'm not talking about like bacteria in other worlds or whatever. There could be like other life forms in this universe, I don't know. But where the big idea comes from is it comes from our lack of religion, because we're losing we're not believing in spirituality, and we don't believe in magic anymore like we did back in ancient Greek times and medieval times and things like that. We don't believe in magic anymore. We now explain things through science. Back in the day, we used to believe that there was something higher than us, but we would believe that this higher thing would have magic. It would have more magic than we could have as human beings. So, back then, if there was somebody that could predict an eclipse or something like that, they would be thought to have magic. As time went on, men and women, we used to believe that we used to worship things in nature. We used to worship, tigers and bears and trees and mountains and the sun and the moon and things like that. And then Egypt came along, and then things became half man, half animal, such as like with Anubis and Horus and Osiris and things like that. But they still had like magical powers over our world. And then we had the Greek gods, who looked like all human, but they didn't really have any animal features in them. Most of them did not. They just looked like men, but they still had magical powers over our world, such as with Poseidon in the ocean, and Zeus had power over lightning and things of that matter. And they had power over human emotions like love and fear, things like that. And then after that, we had a god that came from the sky. His name was Jesus. I don't really believe he was God, but we all worshipped him. The humans over hundreds of years worshipped him as the Son of God. And he was in fact instead of a picture of a human, he was an actual human. An actual human, not just a picture of a human. He was an actual human. And so that was a full human God. So our gods went from being unnatural, or excuse me, just totally natural, like cats, wolves, bears, trees, to the Egyptian times, half animal, half man, to the Greek times, where there's different gods that have different, they're still attached to nature, but they're full human in looks. And then we have an actual human. And there is kind of a detachment from the natural order there of things, where when we believe in this human, we've gone past primitive religions such as like Aborigines would have, or Native Americans, or the natives, the native people of Africa who lived like Zulus and whatnot. There was a major change in religion. Um, Man, Jesus didn't really have power over. He really wasn't. He was not part of nature anymore. He was not part of this world anymore. And he was a full human. He was not part of the natural order of things, the pagan ways. And it's just a man. But now we don't believe. But he was a man with magic powers, though. That was the belief behind him. We don't believe in magic anymore. But we're trending to believe that humans are the highest thing. But what's more human than human? Is it a space alien? Because they have more science. That's what we'd have to think. We'd have to think that this world was created because there was some greater thing that implanted our genes here through genetic cloning or something like that. And they have a greater power. They don't have magic. We believe in science these days. Physics, chemistry, and whatnot. So I believe that's why some people believe in aliens, because our minds are so concerned with the greater thing than us. But is that really the way to go in the future? As in a way of higher belief? Is that the way of the future? A total detachment from the natural order. Thank you for joining me. It's the Bruce Wayne Show.